Mom spaghetti. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's spaghetti on my spaghetti already. Mom spaghetti. I am so fucking sad. You can't see it, but I am so sad. Well, you know, it's probably a good thing we restarted anyways, because, pretty sure me and Jared made some jokes last stream that might not fly. Yeah, Jared, you and Mason are my only fans. You know, better yet, who needs to work for a bank when I can just open up an OnlyFans? That's the fucking big brain, because then I can work from home and do what I love. Which would be my fiance, so it's a win-win. I got very girly hands and feet, so if I shaved my feet maybe and got some of the hair off there, I can just upload like feet pics. Well, the full stream will still be on Twitch if you guys want to watch this again, for whatever reason. Um, the YouTube version's only gonna have this run. That's gonna be a Twitch exclusive, me just being a fucking doo-doo brain. Doo-doo like my kitty cat. Doo-dow. In case you're wondering which cat's doo-doo, it's Dixie. Honestly, we don't even call her Dixie anymore. It's just fucking doo-doo. Just like how Bean's name used to be Jerry, but now we just call him Beans! Because honestly, Beans is just such a better name for him anyways. Beans is the best boy. He's also my favorite emote now. I want to try to make my other cats into emotes too, but I need to get good pictures of them. I need the emotes. I know, the other Jared's not here to buy you a subscription. Mason get other Jared to give me his sugar. I am curious to find out how many Jareds Mason's got following his channel. $5 billion, we are a cult. You know, it just sucks that there's a lot of weird Jareds out there, like Pro Jared. Jared, the Subway guy. They went to Jared's. I think that's all the Jareds that I know. I do feel like Jared's a little bit of like an uncommon name. I don't really hear Jared's too much. Beans! The Leon one's pretty good too. I'm kind of sad that people don't use that one more. It is one of like my better looking emotes too. It's not like pixelated or like looks kind of crappy like the other ones. Maybe it's just me and that the picture of Wesker I found was super low res, but the Wesker one looks kind of goofy. Yeah, the stickers are working. What do you get when you mix goat DNA and human DNA? A Scottish person? I know those guys love goats. From what I've heard, at least. My Twitch is being dumb as fuck. You get picked... you kicked out of the petting zoo. There might... If you're on the laptop, there might be an extension for Twitch that you have to download to get the, emojis to work. Oh, it's on your phone? Alright, yeah, that's a different story then. The Mason emote is the best. The clown one is actually really good. Just a Frank West clown. I had so many Resident Evil emotes that I didn't want to do another one, so I went with Dead Rising. Because, like, Dead Rising has literally been, like, our second biggest series that we've done. Honestly, I think Dead Rising's been the series that I've had the most fun with, too. I love Resident Evil, don't get me wrong, but, like... The reason I've had to take such a huge break from it is because I played the game, like, in its entirety a while back. And then I took, like, maybe a month or two break. Alice in Chains wants to check on me? Alright, she can check on me if she wants. Sounds like she's calmed down a bit. She can come in if she wants to. Hi, Pumpkin. Just watch her scream in your non-good ear. No, yeah, no thanks. Fucking, me and her were roughhousing on the bed one day, and she screamed, like, right into my fucking ear. And, like, immediately afterwards, I got, like, a wicked headache, and my ear started to, like, bleed a little bit. Baby.
Look at down here. You can see my eyes.
Yeah, is there a baby under my door?
Yes.
Roughhousing on the bed? Yeah, giving her fucking suplexes and stuff.
Dada,
Power bombing her on the bed.
look my tiger toes. Look my tiger toes.
Just hit my kid with WWE moves. Yeah, choke slam. John Cena's attitude adjustment. The best part about kids is being able to just beat them up. Oh, Jesus, that scared me a little bit.
Dada,
Baby.
look it down. I talked to the mama. She won't go there. We will meet the mama.
You're being mean to Mama. Well, that's not good. I mean, at least you're honest, though. I'll give my kid one thing. She might be an asshole sometimes, but at least she's honest. That's a good quality to have. Unless you're like me, because sometimes I'm just too honest. Yeah, just like your good old pappy. Ooh. I opened the window and had that fan on, but it is fucking hot in here. But I can't take my shirt off because I don't have anything underneath it. Or my sweater off because I don't have anything underneath. It'll just be my gross ass pale skin and weird ass chest hair. Bro, I got some weird chest hair. I'd be okay with it if it grew in, like, evenly instead of, like, patchy. I don't have man boobs yet. I do have split nipples, but I don't have man boobs yet. My friends would always pick on me that it looks like I have 4 nipples just because it's literally, like, perfectly sliced, like, right down the middle. I'm pretty sure I had one kid convinced at school before that the reason my nipples looked like that was because I pierced them. Nope. I'm going the wrong way. Which I would never do that. Piercing my nipples just sounds... just not worth it. I think nipple piercings are attractive on a female. For a dude, I don't know what purpose you would ever have to, like, pierce your fucking tits. Alright, I need to make sure they grab the map this time. I forgot about that the last time we came through here. Boom, map. Bah. Oh, speaking of wrestling, Jared, That was a funny joke I didn't tell you about yet. But, at work today, when we were talking about, characters that could possibly be in Mortal Kombat, we somehow got into the topic of, like, wrestling and WrestleMania. And someone had brought up, someone was like, what about Jonathan Davis versus, Sir J. Talkin, or whatever his name was, the lead singer of System of a Down? And I just remember that, like, my comment afterwards was just like, by God, he's got Jonathan David, he's just gonna smash him right through the table! Resubbed for another month? I should get the text-to-speech thing for the, when people, like, subscribe and stuff. Maybe I'll make, like, I'll, like, record my kid over the course of, like, years. And I'll just have, like, a deep fake, just, like, AI, text-to-speech of just Alice. Or even myself, because I have so many streams of, like, YouTube videos. It should probably be pretty easy to, like, make an AI of myself. Although, I guess that's a dangerous line of thinking. I'm starting to sound more and more like Quobblecop. More like Quobble Flop. Got him. Doo-doo-tsh. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Whoa. Then it got really quiet all of a sudden. I like to imagine that Jared's asking his mom for money to sub. I love that my phone is still giving me commercials. Hell yeah, more revenue for me on top of revenue. Fuck yeah. Yeah, that is kind of weird that it's doing that, because you're already subbed. I think you just resubbed, so yeah. I don't know why it keeps doing that then. Oh, this is where I get my gat. I don't think there's any ammo in here. Yo, when my mom took me on vacation to Maine before, this kind of looks very similar to the hotel we stayed in. An absolute shithole. God, Maine was such a miserable experience. If there's a state that I definitely don't want to go back to, it's fucking Maine. Unless it's to go to the zoo again. Because that zoo was pretty slapping. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just the mobile app. The mobile Twitch app, I feel like, is always way behind in terms of, like, updates and stuff. Oh, that's room 202. But yeah, Maine was just awful, though. We went to Maine during the summer, but it was still freezing cold there. We pretty much had to wear, like, sweatshirts the entire time that we were there in Maine. We got, like, a hotel pretty close to, like, the pier. Where we were kind of, like, hanging out near so we can swim near the ocean and stuff, too. There was nowhere to use the bathroom because apparently in Maine, you have to fucking pay money to use bathrooms on the pier. It was like $1 charge to just, like, urinate for, like, 3 seconds. The ocean was insanely overhyped. The water was extremely cold. On top of already being very cold there as it was. The only good thing about that trip was we came home with a massive bag of saltwater taffy. Because honestly, saltwater taffy slaps. Best one, definitely the watermelon and the creamsicles. That peanut butter one, get that one out of there. There, making record paste. You know, I played this game so many times that you think I'd have it all, like, memorized by heart at this point. How much handgun bullets do I have? I have a couple. Gotta focus on those gun kills. Just got 2 more commercials. Jesus. I guess you're like a super supporter. Should have ate my rye bread faster. Now they're kind of stale. But the seasoning on it's still good. I don't want to see that. Oh, so while I was reading the description of Flesh Lips, apparently the boss symbolizes how while Mary was on her, like, deathbed or some shit, she, was very mean to James, and she said a lot of things that made James sad. And I guess that's the entire plot to, why Flesh Slips looks like that as a boss. I know why the abstract daddy looks the way that it does, but I didn't know about the flesh lips. God, that fucking train, dude. We get it. There's a train in town. I swear train conductors are just like slightly cooler versions of like people that ride motorcycles. It's like, yeah, we get it. You're fucking, you can rev your motorcycle and it's real loud. Train's gonna take me to the gulag. Ugh. With arms wide open. Alright, so here's the first coin. Drop some juice down there. I like how long I got stuck on that, when that was literally like one of the first puzzles in the game. I mean, I guess it's not much of a puzzle, it's just find juice. Put juice down hole. But still, I remember being stuck on that our first playthrough. I know Silent Hill 3 is probably one of the easier games when it comes down to the puzzles. I feel like that was the one game that I struggled the least with when it came to like progressing through the story. I think a lot of the issues with Silent Hill 3 for me kind of stemmed from how confusing the environment is to navigate. Boy, we're making great time though. We'll be back to where we were in no time. Gotta make sure I edit some of my streams tonight though. There. I was gonna say, I know they're dead when James no longer points the gun at him. So I think Twitch changed their subscription options because now you have to get Twitch Turbo to watch with no ads. That's kind of shitty. I was gonna say, isn't that like the main draw with like subscribing to somebody is to get rid of the ads? Honestly, I have no clue what Twitch Turbo is. 'For some reason, I thought that the only thing that Twitch Turbo did was just give you access to, like, special, like, emotes or something. Uh, 05, 15, 18. Oh, I think they changed it. Because I don't think that was the same number as before. Okay, so 1, 5, 15, 18. Oh, I keep forgetting that it's 1, 5, 15. Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's the opposite way. Well, solve that way faster, too. Well, that really sucks, though. Even though it didn't get rid of the ads, your support is still appreciated. Why does it give me a map of the 3rd floor if you can't even go up there? You know, now that you mention it, Jared, I don't think I've ever listened to, like, a full Nirvana album. I kind of just hear their songs on the radio, and, like, I think it's, like, a decent song, or, like, I'll like the beat of it. And then I normally just end up adding it to, like, my playlist. You have their entire discography. Hey, at least you're an actual fan of Nirvana. I feel like when it comes to Nirvana, I always hear people like, yeah, I love Nirvana, one of my favorite bands, but then can never tell you anything outside of, like, fucking Smells Like Teen Spirit and, like, Heart-Shaped Box. Alright, so what was this one again? To the right is the lady, to the left is the old one, the center crawl is the snake. Yep, this one was pretty easy. Yeah, Nirvana's not too bad. They're like one of the bands that I like to listen to like relax. Cause like it's still rock. It's not as heavy as like Slipknot and like Korn and some of the other stuff that I listen to. So I do actually like just prefer listening to them sometimes. Same with Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever tried actually leaving out that door. I'd say some of the early stuff Nirvana made, and some of the stuff in Euro, is heavy as balls. I will say Kurt Cobain is one of the biggest liars in music history, though. That man did, in fact, have a gun. Now I swear to you I don't have a gun. I think my least favorite Nirvana song is the, I don't know the actual title of it. It could just be Mary. But I think Mary is probably one of my least favorite ones. Just because it's so annoying. Oh, James just looked at something. What are you looking at, buddy? Oh, I guess those bullets are always there. I just completely missed them the first time I came through. Oh. James spies with his little eye. A 5-hour energy shot. That's what it looks like, actually. It's just 5-hour energies. two heavy Nirvana songs are Scentless, Scentless Apprentice, and Tourette's. Heavy as in just like the topic of it is like super depressing and heavy, or like the is it like actually like heavy metal? Because I do know a lot of Nirvana songs have like heavy subject matters. Not like heavy metal, but just Kurt screams a lot in them.
Dada,
Baby.
look, I got a dino hopper.
Yeah? Got your dino hopper.
Yes, what is this? What is this? That's a hunter.
Sorry about that, I was just reading a message real quick. My fiance is looking out for me. Just looking for some part-time stuff in case I decide to just say fuck it to where I am now. Like I said, I'm still kind of very heavily undecided about it. I would love more time though to just be home and to work on streams and stuff. And YouTube videos too. Because I've been having a hard balance trying to like do Twitch and YouTube shit at the same time. I know I've been saying forever now that I want to do like content exclusively for the YouTube channel and still haven't got around to it. Now that I realize that, I make a lot of promises that I just don't follow. Did your brain say jump when you got that close to the edge? Well, I didn't save. So if I did jump down there, I'm in for a world of hurt. I gotta do that again. You know what, Jared? You got me sold, man. Maybe I gotta listen to more Nirvana. I've been meaning to go through a lot of the artists on my channel, anyways, like my Spotify and shit. And just go through, like, all their albums, all their music, picking out things that I like. Because, like, I do like Nirvana. I think the main issue is that I'm only listening to, like, the surface level of Nirvana. So I haven't really got to explore their, like, their other songs or anything that's different. Because, like, honestly, when you start digging deeper, that's when you find the good shit. Same with, like, Slipknot. It's like, yeah, Psycho Social, Dead Memories. Quality, whatever. Those songs are decent. But like only one fucking Purity, My Plague. Once you start digging deeper in Slipknot, but man, they got so many good fucking songs. Okay, so I saw Floyd, and I thought you were telling me to listen to fucking Pink Floyd. I was about to smack ya. Your boy don't fuck with no Pink Floyd. Not a Pink Floyd guy. Mortal Kombat's new character, just a pink ninja named Floyd. Bruh, I don't like Pink Floyd at all. The Wall fucking sucks. I think The Wall is probably like one of my least favorite songs. Even the Korn version of that song doesn't make it much better. His fatality is pinking all over his opponents. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Pink Floyd just does like the Kakashi like 1,000 Years of Death, where he just shoves his like fingers up your asshole. You know, it's kind of weird to think about that he basically just like molested Naruto. He unconsensually shoved his long fingers up Naruto's ass. That is true. I also hate long songs. So, another hot take, besides from Pink Floyd, I fucking hate Bohemian Rhapsody. I think Bohemian Rhapsody is the same as Pink Floyd, goes on way too long, takes way too long to start up, and honestly, when it does get to, like, the crescendo, it's not even that good of a fucking song. I don't like Pink Floyd, and I don't like Queen. I think the only Queen song I would ever jam out to is We Are the Champions, and that's only if I'm at like a fucking baseball game. Actually, I can't even remember if they played that song at the baseball game we went to.
Did you find that lady you're looking for? What's her name? Mary?
I think next time I go to the baseball game, though, with my fiance, I'm just gonna slam down some brewskis. I'll butt chug some Budweisers. James, where are you looking? Is there an item in the bush? Oh, it's on the street. I was gonna say, that'd be cool to hide shit in the bushes. I guess this is just gonna be the hot take stream, where I just talk about my hatred of Pink Floyd and Queen. I don't really know what other hot takes that I have, though. The only other hot take that comes to mind is, I hate fucking avocados. I'm fine with guacamole, because at least there's other things in a guacamole. But, like, just eating a standalone avocado, I think is just gross. Negative creep? What is a negative creep? I heard my kid fucking goofily laugh in the background. That's what a negative creep is. Most of the Bleach songs are heavier. With an album named Bleach, it's definitely gotta be. I am a negative creep. Slipknot's -1. -1 was actually pretty good. From the Gray chapter. Wasn't there a door? Oh, it was literally the first one. Butchie Mason's favorite rock band is the Foo Fighters. And someone give me the best, the best, the best of you. I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool. Honestly, I don't think I've heard very many Smashing Pumpkins songs. There's only like one Smashing Pumpkins song that they play on the radio station here, which is Empires. I am not a big fan of Empires. I think that one kind of sucks. Oh, I almost just blasted Mary in the face. Or Maria. I don't know about Smashing Pumpkins. I'm more of a Smash Mouth guy myself. Shoot it, it's made of legs. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. But the pumpkin glory hole? You know, I'm pretty sure my fiance's cousin sent me a video before of a guy fucking a pumpkin. That sounds like something that Dylan would do. Or maybe I found that video on my own. I don't even know how I found that. I've been on the internet too long. I found a lot of disturbing and weird videos, like one man, one mason jar. I know Larry's favorite video is one man, one hammer. I mean, it is kind of disturbing seeing a man shove a whole mason jar in his asshole. And because the mason jar is made of glass, you can see the entirety of, like, the inside of his butthole. Plus, buttholes are just kind of weird in general. What made him think it was a good idea? That's a good question, man. Every time I hear about that video, it reminds me of, there was, like, one episode of, like, 1,000 Ways to Die where this dude was, like, addicted to, like, shoving shit inside of his asshole. And so he went to the doctor's office because he got something lodged in his ass. And he decided to, like, take a rubber band and tape, like, a bunch of thermometers together, shoved them up his ass. And then the doctor was starting to come back, so he had to, like, sit down and, like, hide the evidence. He sat down too fast, broke the vials, and, like, the glass shards traveled up his asshole and he bled out. I mean, obviously the show is fake, but it was a pretty gruesome way to die. "1,000 Ways to Die" is basically just like a bunch of what-if scenarios. Yeah, "1,000 Ways to Die" is just a very weird show. There was like another episode where there was two Russian guys and then there was two Russian girls. And the two girls decided to fuck like this Giga Chad dude because the other guy had like 3 testicles from like radiation poisoning, so he just had really funny balls. I don't know why that's like. I think I would fuck the dude with 3 nuts. Are you kidding me? Like, that's just incredible. But apparently, in 1,000 Ways to Die lore, that's uncool to have 3 ball sacks. Or 3 balls, not individual sacks. So, I remember the episode, I think he tried screwing a raccoon, and then the raccoon, like, clawed his nuts off. And it's like, why? No, it doesn't show anything censored. It's all, or graphic. It's all censored. I guess they would have to censor it since like this show used to just appear on like public television. I don't even know how that show would like pass the board to like get onto television. Another pretty funny one was this dude had something called a chainus. He was like a goth dude who like obviously he liked chains, he liked piercings and stuff like that. So he basically like swallowed a chain that was like connected at both ends. So he basically had a chain that ran through his mouth all the way to like his asshole. And I think in the episode, he was also a tattoo artist. And the dude had asked him to, like, I want you to write something in Chinese. And so he wrote dumbass on the dude in Chinese. Not realizing that the dude had, like, a Chinese friend or something that could read it. Dude ended up, like, chasing him. And he got caught on, like, a forklift. And then the forklift lifted him up. And it basically, like, tore his insides. Yeah, I'd like to think that that wouldn't fly today. But I guess we also have, like, American Horror Story and a lot of other super weird shows on television now. Especially American Horror Story. That show is just fucking weird. Alright, 4534. Which one's that one? Uh, 4534? Nope, not that one. That one. American Horror Story actually managed to disturb me before, mostly the second one. Is the second season the, Are we talking about the original Horror Story, or are we talking about the, like, different variations of it? Because I think the second one was the circus one. The second one was the asylum? I don't think I've seen that one. I know I watched the circus one with my mom. That one was kind of weird. The circus was the sixth? Holy shit. I didn't realize I had that much of American Horror Story. I know Lady Gaga was in one of the American Horror Stories too. 8987. It's like some of the handwriting I have to deal with at work. God, some people just have shit fucking handwriting. I mean, I do kind of get it though, especially if it's not like your native language, but still. The asylum had just possessed people, Nazis, evil scientists, doctors, horny nuns, aliens, serial killers, zombies, etc. Jesus Christ. They have fucking Pennywise in there just shape-shifting. Oh shit, I didn't grab a key, it's just a number. So 8, 9, 8, 7. Huh? Oh, is it 2 7s? It looked like a 9. One of the episodes literally has Hitler and Anne Frank. I mean, I guess there's nothing scarier than genocide. Other than being a miner near a fucking, like, Minecraft YouTuber. Maybe that'll be the next American Horror Stories. It's just gonna be YouTubers. American Horror Story. The Cupcake. That wouldn't be bad, honestly. Yeah, just like a season that's all about like the dangers of the internet. Okay, so these are the flesh slips, guys. So in order to unlock this ending, you must obtain the blue gem in the garden of Brookhaven Hospital immediately following the flesh slips boss fight. So is that before or after I do the fight? Because I don't know how the hell you end up in the garden. Alright, Silent Hill 2, how to get to the garden. After the fight with flesh slips, you'll be in the garden of the hospital. Okay, sweet. So I just have to kick this guy's ass first. American Horror Story, the Discord mods. Oh, he's giving me a foot job. Man, there's so many special guests they could have for like an internet themed American Horror Story. You can have like Belle Delphine show up. talks about the dangers of like simps and OnlyFans. I like how it was literally just a still image. Alright, so the second place is right next to the rowboat before you board it. So that one's gonna be a while. We're almost back to where we were, though. So we caught up pretty quickly. Number 15. You know, I haven't checked on Chills in a while. I used to love those kind of channels. Man, I do apologize for being such a big dum-dum. Because now I'm probably going to have to play this game for a little bit tomorrow, too. So that we can play the third game right after. Honestly, like, I wasn't even paying attention. My head has just been, like, all over the place recently. Alright, I think that's all the doors up here. Boy. Alright, that leads to the stairs. Oh, I think James looked at something. I might have forgot an item. Or maybe not. It just looked like he looked over this way. But he's not doing it now, so maybe I just caught it at a weird time.
James!
I will say after stream today, I'm probably gonna message you, Jared, because there's some shit that I need to tell you about. Oh, I need to go to the elevator. It's on the second floor. Because I know I had alluded to having a shitty day earlier, but I'm gonna message you and tell you what it was actually about later. I'm just not gonna mention it on stream. If you're even still there and didn't, like, just crash or something already. No, the other night you said he pulled, like, an all-nighter. No, it's definitely not you. Oh shit, what was this one again? Oh, I didn't even realize I was injured. Oh, I don't think it saves the answers. Or not the answers, the question. How do you feel? That is the question. Is there really no way for me to check that? Oh, I didn't realize I get, like, attacked if I get it wrong. I just wanted the extra items. Could swear it was 131. 3 1. Oh, I had it in reverse. So it was 313. I was close though. Oh, is it locked now? I guess if you fuck up once, you just lose it completely. Or maybe I have to leave and then come back in. Okay, no. You mess up once, I guess you just lose it. Oh well. Not really a big loss. It's just shotgun ammo and healing items. Not like we don't already have abundance of that on easy mode. How does Pyramid Head even catch up to us with all those stairs that he's got to travel down? Sorry, I was just reading something. I had a... I had forgotten a piece of trivia that we that we did today at work. Because with it being like spooky season, we've done a little bit of like trivia and stuff for like Halloween. I think like the first one we did was like people in horror movies or some shit, or just like horror movies. Um, And I think after that we did video game trivia. And one of the questions was, what was like the main antagonist for Silent Hill 2, obviously being Pyramid Head. And we had this one annoying chick that I really just don't like there, because she's just extremely unfunny and just annoying. And she just pipes up out of nowhere just like, well, actually, they call him the Red Pyramid. Which is fucking bullshit, because he is not... We're referring to the video game trivia. Pyramid Head doesn't have a name in the fucking video game. James never calls Pyramid Head by name. The only time he's referred to as the Red Pyramid, which she said it with such confidence like she knew what the fuck she was talking about. They call him the Red Pyramid thing in the movie. That's not his actual name, they were just using it to describe him. I might not be like a human encyclopedia when it comes to some of these series, but even I know that that's not what he's actually fucking called. It's like, at that point, if we're gonna get fucking technical about, like, oh, well, they called him the Red Pyramid thing in the movie for one line, am I gonna say that the main antagonist for fucking Silent Hill 2 is James Sunderland, since Pyramid Head is a manifestation of his own creation? Well, you see, actually, James Sunderland is the protagonist and antagonist. Another reason why I wouldn't survive in an actual workforce. I just fucking hate people. It is so hard to refrain myself from not calling, like, the majority of people there just a bunch of idiots. Like I said, I'm not really, like, a stickler for lore or anything. But, like... Not only was it just such a stupid thing to say because, like, it's only a line that's ever referenced, like, once in the movie, that they call him the Red Pyramid thing. Like, obviously Pyramid Head's not his actual... Or, the Red Pyramid thing is not his actual fucking name. But secondly, the movies are based off of the video game. So, like... The movies really don't mean shit. Which, by the way, the Silent Hill movies are terrible. I'm a huge Silent Hill fan, but the movies just fucking suck. At least, like, the first couple of Resident Evil movies are, like, so bad that they're fun. But, like, the Silent Hill movie is just generally just bad. Man, I don't know why it's so hard either to just make like a good video game movie. And like a lot of the situations with like video game movies and stuff too, I never know if like I'm always curious if it's the fault of the directors or if it's the fault of like the game companies. Because I know sometimes they'll get the rights from like a company to like obviously build a movie based off of the IP. And I've always wondered if it's just like the directors just taking too much creative liberties and just trying to like completely redo the story, or if like it's an intentional thing because the game devs or like the companies told them, yeah, you're allowed to use our IP, just don't make it too similar. Which just never makes sense to me. I feel like if you're gonna make a movie based off of an IP, you'd want to stick as close to like the source material as possible. Man, I feel like I've killed so many of these guys now, and I still haven't got the trophy for, like, getting kills with firearms. I really am kind of just hoping that it's not, like, getting 75 kills in, like, a single playthrough. I would have imagined it would have been, like, over the course of just, like, the game or something. Because I don't know how I would have had 75 melee kills at that point then. Especially since for the most part in this game, I kind of just avoid combat. The resources in this game are at least a little bit better than, like, Resident Evil. But, like, it's still it's just kind of like another game where it's just very easy to avoid enemies since you're in large open streets the majority of the game. Unless you're, like, indoors or something where it's impossible to avoid them. You're kind of just better off just running past everything, just not even using guns or melee. It ironically took you at least like 10 minutes to look through your playlist, maybe even 20. You just like looking through, seeing what you have and stuff. I go through my playlist every once in a while to take songs off. Sometimes I just don't really feel a song anymore, or just like, maybe I just don't like that band anymore, so I'll take the song off eventually. God damn, dude, I am getting tired. I don't like how fucking tired this job makes me sometimes. Like, I want to and need to keep streaming. Because, like, the only way I'm really gonna, like, blow up at all or get noticed is if I keep, like, consistency and have good, like, hours into streaming. But I feel like recently I've been cutting streams just so short because of either just, like, inconveniences or just being fucking tired constantly. More and more, I'm kind of just actually leaning towards just getting the part-time so I can focus more on Twitch and shit. The only thing kind of stopping me is that, like, my job that I have now is just a lot of, like, good money coming in. Big Papa, no, I know. I'm gonna try to keep going, man. $11:30 is just kind of like the latest I can go with like work. It's kind of like the latest that I can go to bed and like not want to like kill myself in the morning. And work's been kind of low, so if I'm lucky, maybe I can leave early Friday or tomorrow. Oh shit, I need to go to the park. Forgot all about that again because I was too busy talking. I need to go grab that, the key from behind the statue. But yeah, even if I end stream, like, pretty soon, I still plan on doing a stream tomorrow and both of the weekdays. Just because I know there was kind of, like, a long gap of, like, streams just because I wasn't feeling good Wednesday. And, I don't do streams on Mondays anymore because of the D&D sessions. I've also been trying to convince my buddy Sammy to start streaming again too. So I'm hoping maybe eventually down the line I'll have somebody to play some games with. Because, like, there's so many co-op games. They're just, like, co-op trophies and stuff that I want to get on stream eventually. But just, like, I need another person to, like, play with to be able to get them. Because I know with Dead Rising Case West, I saw a lot of people saying that the way that they were able to get the trophy to pop for crafting all the combo weapons was they had a co-op partner craft the lightsaber for them. So it didn't count as them technically making the item. And then they would take the item from their co-op partner and finish the final one. And then there's also just a trophy to just beat the game with another player too. So for me to get like 100% completion of that game, I would have to get like another player eventually. Big Papa, not gonna lie, you're the only person I've committed my life to meet in real life, right next to Mr. Mason. I would definitely, I think I would be an easier trip for sure. Cause like the airport near my area is like, I think it's like a half an hour or like 45-minute drive from here. And honestly, Vermont and where Mr. Mason lived probably are literally like identical. I don't know why we get so many Canadians that just like come to Vermont during like the summer and shit. It's not even like they leave home, honestly, because we're right next to the Canadian border. It looks the exact same here as it does in like where they're from. I like you better? Well, thanks, man. Mr. Mason's not too bad, but he does like to torture himself quite a bit with Dead by Daylight. I've talked about Dead by Daylight a couple of times at work before, and I've kind of gathered the opinion that like no one at work likes Dead by Daylight, period. My entire just like group at work just seems to hate the game, which I don't blame them. That seems like a pretty common opinion nowadays. It's either you like the game or you just don't. I mean, I guess you could sit somewhere in between where you just hate the game, but you still keep playing it. But I guess that's just the entire fan base at this point. Fucking Dead by Daylight players have kind of become like the next pretty much like the next Call of Duty players. They bitch about the game non-stop, but they'll still continue to play it. Because again, from TikTok and from like a couple of other people that I know, I've been hearing nothing but complaints about the new Call of Duty game. I've just been hearing people say that like it's literally just Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 but with maps. And it's like, yeah, that's how the original game was too. There wasn't anything like different to it besides like survival mode instead of Spec Ops. It's literally just the same fucking game every time, just map packs. And maybe new weapons or some shit. Just like how Call of Duty Vanguard is literally just like the same assets from World War II. And just people still just keep finding reasons to defend the Call of Duty series. It's fucking crazy. Honestly, I still think the original Modern Warfares are probably better than the new ones. Like, I don't really care if the new games are supposed to be, like, more serious. Just the old school one is it's just hard to beat. It's just so good. I feel like these new games they're just making to just appease the, like, whiny, bitchy fan base. Because I'm pretty sure Ghost doesn't die in the Modern Warfare 2 remake at all. Oh, this is different. The last one only had 2. Man, I didn't know this shit changed almost like every playthrough. That's honestly, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I used to really like Call of Duty. I just can't stand the series anymore. Oh shit, that's right. They did add fucking Nicki Minaj into it. Yeah, let's add in a bunch of people that have nothing really to do with Call of Duty. Especially YouTubers. Yeah, the OG game was pretty awesome. I had like so many hours into like the multiplayer and Spec Ops mode. My favorite, like, Spec Ops mission was the one, like, stealth mission where you're in, like, the snowy woods with, Captain Price. I would do that Spec Ops mission, basically, like, on repeat constantly. On, like, Veterans mode. There was another one where you had to, like, survive at the restaurant or something. Like the helicopter crash, so you had to, like, survive a couple of waves. That one was another really fun one. I still think Call of Duty 2 might be one of my favorites. It was a World War II Call of Duty game that had like 4 different story modes. There was a story where you played as like the U.S. Army in like France and Germany, so like pretty close towards the end of the war. There was a campaign where you played as the British in like Africa and Egypt, which is like a part of World War II that like almost nobody touches on at all. It was like the German occupation in like Africa and stuff. I think they had a Soviet campaign, which obviously took place in like Russia and stuff. Just the Russians like pushing the Germans out of like the Soviet Union, and, like Stalingrad, shit like that. And I think the 4th campaign was a like tank one. I think it might have been like a Polish campaign. It was either Polish or like French resistance. But it was pretty good. It was probably one of my favorite COD games. Pretty sure it might actually still be on Xbox. Oh shit, I opened up my map by accident. I think I might need to go that way anyways. I'm trying to think of what the one Call of Duty game I spent the most time into was. Because I think I didn't have online for the longest time. Because I used to have an Xbox 360 before I had a PS3. And I was obviously young. I was a teenager. I wasn't able to afford like $60 to like play online for a year. And by the time that I switched over to my PS3, I think Black Ops 2 or MW3 might have been out at the time. Actually, I'm pretty sure MW3 came out before too. But yeah, I spent a lot of hours in Modern Warfare 3. I think it was like Prestige 8 or something on that game. Prestige 18 or maybe. I don't know. I know it was kind of a huge jump, like 10 prestiges, but I played the shit out of MW3 though. I got a little bit into Black Ops 2. I think I got up to like Prestige 5 in Black Ops 2, but once DLC started rolling out for the game, like how one of the DLCs you needed like the Peacekeeper, or one of the DLCs had the Peacekeeper, which eventually became like one of the best weapons in the game. I think that was around the time I probably stopped playing. just because Peacekeeper was literally like the best weapon online. It was just a fucking submachine gun, so you had the mobility and like the speed. And then it had like the DPS of like an assault rifle, so that gun was just absolutely busted. I think Black Ops 2 was definitely the last Call of Duty game I spent like serious time with. I hated Black Ops 3. I thought the story for that game was such dog shit. Honestly, the only thing good about Black Ops 3 is like World at War. They have like custom assets that allow you to like create zombie maps and stuff like that and like upload them into your game. Because honestly, playing custom zombie maps kind of gave it like a whole new life. Even though I do think that like perspective-wise and like story-wise, it is probably one of the worst COD games. I also didn't like Advanced Warfare, but I know Advanced Warfare at least had somewhat of a fan base around it. There was a couple people that loved it and got into it. I heard Infinite Warfare, the story was good, but I never bothered playing it. Or I guess I've never played the main story. I have played the zombies in Infinite Warfare, and that was kind of trash. Sorry for leaving out of nowhere a lot. No, you're all good, man. I'm kind of just like making conversation with myself. I've made like no progress tonight because I've actually just been like re-catching up after fucking up. I am almost back to like the spot we were just at though. Yeah, I do want to go through the COD games again. I don't think I'll do it on stream though. I don't think I'll ever do a COD game on stream. Call of Duty 3 was actually a pretty good game too, now that I think about it. I know I said Call of Duty 2 was probably my favorite, but 3 was also pretty good. It was just like a watered down version of like the second game, where like there were still parts in the story where you played as different characters besides like the US. Alright, so don't go down those ones. That's just the area that brings me down to Pyramid Head's knife. Or sword. It's really not even a knife. Let's well solve that puzzle real fast. I always feel like Dead by Daylight PP Head and Silent Hills PP Head are two different guys. It really does feel like that. The Pyramid Head in this game is just slow and menacing, but the Pyramid Head in Dead by Daylight is just fucking brutal. I feel like the Pyramid Head in Dead by Daylight is actually more powerful than what's actually in the game. I will give Dead by Daylight credit where it's due. They did give him a pretty interesting power for a character that had, like, really nothing going on with him. I don't really hear people ever complain about Pyramid Heads either, which is kind of weird. I know when Pyramid Head first came out, I would hear people cry about, like, how busted he was as a character. But now I just hear no one ever, like, talk bad about Pyramid Head anymore. Yeah, I definitely think Pyramid Head's a pretty skill-based character. Because you have to get the timing of his punishment, like, just right. And even then, it seems like it's super easy for just, like, survivors to avoid it altogether. I don't know how some people are just so good at avoiding that. It's also pretty easy to avoid his trail, too. I will say, I think some people play him like a little shit, though. When they basically just sit there and just, like... When someone gets tormented, they'll just sit there and, continuously just hook them over and over again just to get the free Mori. Unless you're in a chase and he puts it in a spot that won't allow you to run around it. Yeah, because, like, I'm pretty sure this is probably just, like, the same still, with it just being the kidnapper. Which one's the kidnapper? Oh, that's the swindler. But yeah, just, like, if you're trying to, like, loop, and Pyramid Head basically just puts, like, his Trail of Torment down on, like, a really good loop. Please tell me how to pop your knees. Alright, I mean, I can try to show you how I pop my knees. I don't think the webcam will really do it justice, though. Alright. Oh, actually, my knee just popped just standing up. The webcam might have actually just been better up here. But yeah, basically what I do is I just stand, and I kind of just like bend them to the side. I just pop both of them. I can also pop my back pretty good too. Ooh. Who needs a chiropractor when I can just crack my shit so good? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I finally got a lamp in here now. I'm a very handsome boy. I'm a very sweaty handsome boy though. My hair and my facial hair are starting to get really long too. Channel point redeem for stretch time. I should actually do that. Because honestly, it's not a bad idea. Bro, I do have a pretty good beard. I am never shaving this thing, like, ever. I do not like the way I look without a beard. I don't think my fiance wants that either. I'm pretty sure she snooped on my Facebook before, and she's like seen me without a beard before, and she's like, yeah, you're not allowed to shave the beard. Then there was that time where someone fucked with my razor settings too, and it got like super close to being just like no facial hair at all. I want to see beardless Brosev. I know for Father's Day, I wanted to do something where, like, I shaved the beard and only left them, like, mustache. But then I just, like, it completely just blanked my mind, and I never ended up doing it. Speaking of that, I actually need to charge my razor. My razor's been dead for a little bit, and none of the outlets in the bathroom work anymore, which is awesome. Should honestly probably tell my landlord that some of the outlets just refuse to work now. Don't worry, I'll very much keep the beard. The beard is also just really nice to play with while I'm just like sitting down, not doing anything. I like playing with the beard. I like when other people play with my beard. I like head pats. Head pats are nice. Boy, just fuck that boy up. That's how powerful the beard is, Jared. Where she even woke up out of sleep to tell me to keep it.
Eddie?
Keep your distance. I got the trophy for gun kills by just blasting Eddie. Where is it actually? Oh, there it is, literally. Defeat at least 75 enemies by shooting them. I actually really like the name Total Tundra. A little fun fact, the reason that she has the name Total Tundra is because when she went to go make a Blizzard account, it was one of the default names that they had. And she really liked this, so she just ended up sticking with it. Alright, so the last place I gotta use the stone is, right before watching the videotape. James Sunderland sex tape. Oh, was it a Minecraft account? I could have swore it was your, Blizzard account. I totally thought it was for, like, Overwatch 2 or something. You didn't have, like, a Blizzard account, so you had to, like, make, like, a whole new thing. But, you know, now that you say Minecraft, that does make sense now. Still pretty cool name, though. I got a sweatshirt from back when I was in high school that has Kodak the Bear on it. Or I think it might say Kodiak instead of Kodak the Bear. I can't remember if it was actually spelled correctly. How did you come up with Kodak the Bear? I like it more than what I previously used. Honestly, at this point, I forgot what your old name was. Oh yeah, it was Red Marie, I think. Oh, it does say Kodiak? That's right, they did fuck it up. Because I think they must have thought I was stupid and spelt it wrong, so they corrected it, not realizing that that's the way that I wanted it. But the reason I got Kodak the Bear was because I wanted an original name. I didn't want a username that I was gonna have to put like numbers or something in to be able to like claim and use it, because I feel like that makes finding your YouTube channel a little bit more frustrating. I wanted something that was still somewhat close to my name, even though I'm not a big fan of it. But yeah, the main origin of my name was I was playing Ghost Recon Future Soldier, and the main character in the game, his code name is Kodiak, and I was like, wow, that's a pretty fucking cool code name. It's my first name, and then they just put AK at the end. And then I know Kodiak is also an animal, like the Kodiak bear. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna make my name Kodak the Bear. Or that's what it was Kodak, it wasn't Kodiak. Yeah, his name was Kodak in the game, so I was like, that's a pretty cool name. I'm gonna use that. Because I used to be a really big fan of the Ghost Recon games. Yeah, no one honestly expects the Ghost Recon. That used to be one of my favorite series growing up. I guess I say that a lot about games in general. Like, that used to be one of my favorite series. I guess I just had a lot of favorites. But now, sadly, a lot of the companies that I used to cherish and enjoy kind of suck now. What about the Persona company? Uh, yeah, Atlas isn't too bad. Besides from Persona, though, I don't really play a lot of, like, Atlas games. Persona is not even one of their original series. Or, I mean, it is an original series, but, Persona is actually a spin-off of one of their other games, which was the Shin Megami series. But Persona was just vastly more, like, popular. The other series is actually just kind of depressing. But yeah, I really like my username, though. I'm glad I was actually able to get it back after I tried, like, testing around a little bit with, like, other usernames. Why was everything just locked? Oh, because I gotta meet up with the little girl. I didn't even go to the hall at all. Girls give me headaches, boys give me head, Joker, Persona 5. I don't think there's a single gay character in any of the Persona games, now that I think about it. But I think it's just because a lot of that stuff is still frowned upon in Japan. Like, even in Persona 5, the game that came out in 2020, the game still makes fun of, like, people that cross-dress and shit like that. The only character I know is Joker. I mean, that's fair, though. Persona 5 is, like, the most successful game that they've ever made. Like, most people only know, like, the Persona series because of Persona 5 at this point. Not that it's a bad thing, but I just think the other games are pretty decent, too. I just feel like no one talks about those games enough. I'm pretty sure my brother likes the Persona series too. Didn't you say me and your brother are actually like the same age? Oh shit, I just sneezed. Yeah, around the same age. He was born March 1999. Oh fuck yeah, I'm just a little bit older than your brother. I was born November 6, 1998. So I'm just like a couple months older. I guess that's not really a good thing. I don't really like the fact that I'm getting old. It actually just makes me depressed that I'm getting old. I wish I could just like forever be just like 21 or something. Oh yeah, I need to get fat shamed by the elevator first. Yeah, I don't like that I'm almost 30. That just makes me sad. I'm turning 25 and I feel like I'm already like having a midlife crisis. I'm telling you, man, once I reach 40, I'm definitely just gonna, like, have the doctors extract some of my DNA. And I'm just gonna create a clone of myself. And then hopefully by that point in time, like 20 years down the line where I'm 60, and my clone will finally be like 20 or 19. I'm hoping, like, technology and, like, surgery will come so far that I can just transplant my brain into, like, the new fresh body. That way I can theoretically keep the cycle going on forever. Or at least until, like, I've cloned myself so many times that my DNA just starts to get, like, unstable. But that's just a temporary solution until cybernetics become a thing. Because once I can go, like, fully autonomous, then you know I'm just gonna stay as a fucking android. Aren't test tube babies actually real? I mean, it doesn't... I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be, like, a test tube baby. I'm pretty sure you can take, like... I think you can take cells or DNA from, like, your body. And then, like... If you can find, like, a surrogate. I'm pretty sure you can also do it that way, too. Where you can have someone basically just have, like, a surrogate of your clone. But then if I do a surrogate, like, mother or something, I have to deal with, like, the moral ramifications if, like, the surrogate mother wants to, like, keep the kid or something. And that's just, that's not a battle that I want to deal with. I just want to live forever, so if I have to be made in a test tube, that's fine. I don't really care about the politics or, like, the morality behind it. I just don't want to die, man, that's all. I want to be around to see the very end of everything. Or at least go out on my own terms. It's like, I don't get to choose how to enter this world, but I'm sure as hell gonna choose when I get to leave. You won't allow the last one? Well, fuck, I guess I just gotta live forever then. I thought you meant, like, full suicide. Well, I mean, if, like, theoretically, if I live forever... If, like, I live forever and there's, like, nothing that I can do... That really is, like, the only solution at that point would be that I'd have to, like... I would either have to go to, like, a hospital or something for, like, assisted suicide. Or I would just have to, like, do it myself. Ow. I didn't think she was actually going to hit me. James, what are you looking at now? Or I guess at that point, maybe, if I'm, like, a cyborg, maybe I have, like, the option to just, like, completely, like, remotely just shut my body down. Kind of just, like, painlessly just, like, shut your body down just completely. Pretty sure I got all three of the boxes, right? Oh no, I didn't go back to the other room. Man, we fucking speedran this, like, super fast. I'm actually kind of impressed. I think this is a better time than when I actually did the speed run. And I wasn't even trying this time. Unironically, like, kind of impressed. I need to look at my time after. That's something else that I've been meaning to do, is upload my speedrun records and shit onto the Twitch page. When I turn into a cyborg, I'm making it my mission to cut a giant robot with a tiny sword that cuts through everything. So you're basically just gonna be Raiden. Yes, rules of nature. God, the Metal Gear series is just so fucking cool. Honestly, since the games are already like so cinematic, I feel like the Metal Gear Solid series would make awesome movies. Alright, so which one's this one? There's a plate in front of the indentation. When the lost one is returned, the sour note shall turn sweet. Okay, that didn't give me. When the lost one is returned... Oh, that's right, because on easy mode, it doesn't matter where you put them, you just have to put them in. I don't get why people hated Raiden. I honestly think he's one of my favorite protagonists. I know in the original Mortal Kombat, the original Metal Gear Solid, I think Raiden was one of the bosses. I think he's actually like a villain the first time you encounter him. But then you just like, it comes to find out he's just misunderstood. He's just misunderstood. He cries and listens to Pierce the Veil. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid has like really good writing. It just sucks that like the main dude that does those games is no longer with Konami. And I think that's ending. Harry, sorry, who are you? Have you seen a little girl around here? Short black hair. What are you talking about? Anyway, listen. Have you seen my wife? Her name's Mary. They just fucking blast James. Well, I guess that's the UFO ending for you. I already knew that Harry Mason came back because I got spoiled when I was reading through how to get the ending. Never to be heard from again. So we got the UFO ending, we got all 4 endings, plus the 3 miscellaneous ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only got 7.5 stars. And it takes 10 stars to get the hyper spray. Yeah, I think the Doge ending is still probably one of the best ones. Alright, so now what I got left to do? So we got the UFO ending. I now realize that the trophies are unlocked in order. So the most recent one starts up here. So, unlock all the trophies in Silent Hill 2, acquire the green hyper spray. So I'm literally just missing 2. Oh, actually, yeah, how hard is Silent Hill 3? Ugh. Unlock all the Silent Hill 3 achievements. Unlock the normal ending, possessed ending, UFO ending. So another UFO. Complete the game in 3 hours or less. Acquire the silencer. Acquire the beam saver flamethrower. Acquire the gold and silver pipes. Complete the game in 2 or less saves. Unlock the heather beam. Unlock the princess heart costume.
James, honey.
Acquire the unlimited submachine gun.
After we got separated in
Defeat Splitworm in under 2 minutes. Defeat Missionary in under 2 minutes. I like that. That's a cool boss name. Defeat Leonard in under 3. Defeat Memory of Alyssa in under 3. Defeat God in 8 minutes. God, these are some high standards.
You said you took everything.
Defeat at least 75 enemies by shooting, melee. Pick up 100 items, receive less than 500. So this one seems a little bit easier on surface level. Mary, get the fuck out of here. So did the Doge meme come from Silent Hill? That's a good question. I actually don't know where the Doge meme came from. I'm just gonna go back to the home so we're not hearing Mary just whisper ASMR in my ear. I am actually a little curious now where the Doge meme came from. I would love to just lie and say it came from Silent Hill. There we go. Where did the Doge meme come from? Originally, a random internet user posted a photograph of their Shiba Inu dog on their blog, after which another user saw the image and posted it to Reddit platform. This is where the image was first paired with the word Doge, and the word Doge has its own separate history. Okay, so what does the word Doge mean? That also answers the age-old question of which came first, the Doge or the meme. A Doge was an elected lord and head of state in several Italian states. Oh, the Doge meme. Yeah, so it's just based on someone posting their Shiba. Which, to be fair, Shibas are fucking cute dogs. I love Shibas. Doge, usually an internet meme that became popular in 2013. The meme consists of a picture of a Shiba Inu dog, accompanied by multicolored text in Comic Sans font in the foreground. The text, representing a kind of internal monologue, is deliberately written in a form of broken English. The meme most frequently uses an image of a Shiba named Katsubi, though versions with other Shiba Inus are also popular. But why, though? That also didn't explain where the word came from. Where did the words Doge come from? The internal misspelling of dog as Doge for a comedic value goes back to 2005, when it used it in an episode of the web series Homester Runner. The story of the Doge meme begins in February 2010, when Atsuko Satio, a Japanese kindergarten teacher, posted photos of her blog of her pet dog, Kasubi. Yeah, I'm a pretty fast typer sometimes. I mean, I guess I should be. That's pretty much my job. Damn, that's kind of weird that the word Doge just came from people misspelling the word. Oh. Alright, boys. Well, it is that time, unfortunately. Although on the bright side, Silent Hill 3 tomorrow. I know I kind of fucked up tonight, but at least I was able to like come back and punch it right in the nuts. Yeah, good night, Jared. Good night, Mason. Thank you guys for stopping in tonight and putting up with my shenanigans. I will see you guys tomorrow. Stream will probably be a little bit later tomorrow since it's a Friday, but kind of expect it to be around the same time, I guess.